Hi guys, I'm Michaela. I apologize for the hair. It is pouring rain outside. Um, I'm going to be a freshman at Georgia State. I'm majoring in political science with a concentration in pre-law. I've known since I was little that I wanted to be a lawyer and eventually get into politics. My mom is a criminal defense attorney, and actually, when I was younger, I would go to work with her and pretend that I worked at her law firm. It's kind of embarrassing thinking about it now. I guess I should tell you about myself. I feel like I'm on one of those dating sites you see advertised on TV where you make a video about yourself. I don't know if anyone else felt that way doing this. But anyway, I'm 19. I currently work at Victoria's Secret. I graduated from Cass High School in 2010. I went to the University of Alabama for a little while, and then I was offered an amazing promotional job in Atlanta, so I moved back. Then I was in Chicago for a while with my job, and eventually came back to Georgia. I basically promoted and booked bands, venues, and events. I worked a lot at the Masquerade, the Tabernacle, Center Stage, a little at the Seven venue, which was awesome for me because I love music and I love going to shows. My junior and senior year of high school, I basically lived at the Masquerade. I would go to a show like every other week at least. Um, I've kind of calmed down in that department a little now. I play guitar and I sing, but I'm not that good. Um, I don't really have a favorite band, but if I had to choose, it would be A Day to Remember. Warped Tour this year will be like the ninth time I've seen them live. Actually, the last time I saw them back in April, it was an outside show and it started pouring rain like it is now. Um, and it was lightning and storming like crazy. But I was in the front row and there was no way I was leaving that show because of the little bad weather. Um, I was really close to my grandparents growing up because my parents always were. So I guess you can say I was kind of the favorite. So when they passed away, they left me everything. So I own my own house, and I lived by myself since I was 16. Um, my house has pretty much became a party house with my group of friends. When people meet me, they automatically think I'm some dumb, ditzy, girly girl. But looks can be deceiving. I'm the total opposite. In high school, I took pretty much all AP classes and graduated with honors. I will admit though, I am terrible at math and chemistry, science, any kind of science. It just doesn't click with me. Never has. Safe to say it never will. But when it comes to history, politics, legal issues, current events, music, and sports, I have like a weird photographic memory for that kind of thing. I watch the news a lot. Words cannot describe how much I love sports. I grew up a Duke basketball fan. I've never missed a Duke game in my life, and I mean that. My dad had me watching Duke games as soon as I was born. Um, I love the Braves, the Hawks, the Falcons, and I am an Alabama football fan. Even if you're not an Alabama fan, everyone needs to experience Tuscaloosa on a Saturday during football season at least once in their lifetime because it is absolutely crazy, and I mean that in the best way possible. Um, I've collected baseball cards since I was little. I love taking spontaneous trips, traveling, hiking, and pretty much anything outdoors. My grandfather was in World War II, so one of the things on my bucket list is to travel to every place he went to overseas during the war, the summer before I go to law school. My dad is a realtor. He lives in Knoxville, but he also owns a cabin in Blue Ridge and a house on 200 acres in Cohutta. Like I said, I love hiking, so those are two of my favorite places. I'm extremely passionate about helping people, like extremely passionate. Um, Basically, I want the world to be a better place. And I was in pageants growing up, so I know that's a typical pageant answer, but I truly mean it. I devote a lot of my time doing charity work. I've worked for Habitat for Humanity, the American Red Cross, Feed the Hungry, the Salvation Army, Toys for Tots, the list goes on. And I do volunteer work at our local hospital, nursing homes, and homeless shelters. Um, it saddens me that 10 of the richest men in our country can pretty much buy the whole world, and 20 million people in our country can't even afford to eat. I think that's one of the reasons I'm also very passionate about politics. Um, if I haven't said it already, I eventually want to work in the Senate. I am a liberal. I think people waste too much time complaining about things and spend too little trying to make a difference. Most people don't realize how fortunate they are. One of my favorite quotes that puts things into perspective is, if you have food in your fridge, clothes on your back, a roof over your head, and a place to sleep, you're richer than 75% of the world. If you have money in the bank, your wallet, and some spare change, you are among the top 8% of the world's wealthiest. If you are attending college or planning on attending college, you are among the top 1% educated globally. If you woke up this morning with more health than illness, you are more blessed than the million people who will not survive this week. If you have never experienced the danger of battle, the agony of imprisonment or torture, or the horrible pangs of starvation, you are luckier than 500 million people alive and suffering. If you are reading this message, you are more fortunate than 3 billion people in the world who cannot read at all. Um, it only takes one person to start a movement to make a difference, and that's pretty much my life goal. Um, on another note, I do plan on rushing. Greek is a big tradition in my family. Um, every girl in my family has rushed Tri Delta, including my mom, who was Tri Delta at UGA. However, Georgia State doesn't have a chapter, so I will be the first of about 20 girls that doesn't rush Tri Delta. My family is pretty big on tradition, so that isn't really going too well with them at the moment. Um, but anyway, I consider myself an all-around person. I balance time very well. I do get in school, but I also go out and party. Um, a pretty good bit. After doing promotions for so long, I get invited to a lot of events around Atlanta. Um, I'm social, but I'm sort of shy when I first meet people. But once I get to know you, I'm crazy fun and outgoing. So if you see me, come say hi so we can get the shyness out of the way, and you can see my fun side. I have Incept on July 7th, and I can't wait to see some of you there. And when school starts, I hope to meet each and every one of you. I'm staying in the loft. Thank you for watching, and thank you for listening. Bye, guys.